সবাইকে পাঠিয়ে দিন একবার টাকা ডাইরেক্ট ক্লাস দিয়েছে সবাই ফিল আপ করে আমাকে জমা দিতে হবে এখানে ফিল আপ করো আমি সিরিয়াল নাম্বারটা 1 নাম্বার লেখা যাবে পরে সিরিয়াল নাম্বারটা বলেছে তোমার নাম লেখো ইনস্টিটিউশন লেখো একটা পার্টিসিপেশন সার্টিফিকেটটা ফিল আপ করে দিয়ে দাও তোমার সই করে ক্লাসে দিয়ে দাও
কেমন আছে দেখা হয়েছিল আগের বার সেমিনারে কেমন আছে স্যার চলতে ভালো আপনি এত ব্যস্ত আপনাকে আর অ্যাডজাস্ট করতে স্টুডেন্টদের সে সুযোগই পাচ্ছি না এর আগের বার ধরেছিলাম আপনি দিল্লি করছেন
Career opportunities for BPharm students in fast-growing pharma industry. The seminar is jointly conducted by Indian Pharmaceutical Association Bengal branch with Careograph Institute of Management Studies. In this seminar, you will get an opportunity to know about the pharmaceutical industry and the different areas where you have the opportunity to build your career utilizing your potential. Let me take the privilege of introducing you to the honorable speakers who are present today to share their views and experiences with us. Dr. Tulsi Chakraborty, President, Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Bengal branch. Mr. Pranab Roy Choudhury, President, Careograph Institute of Management Studies. Our honorable chief guest, Mr. Deepnath Roy Choudhury, Head of Strassenberg Pharmaceuticals Limited. Mr. P.K. Jain, Vice President Works, Alfred David Limited. And Dr. Subhash Mondal, Vice President, Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Bengal branch. Dr. Tulsi Chakraborty has rich experience in pharmaceutical production sector and served Infra India, previously known as Organon Limited, in senior managerial position. He has also visited abroad several times for professional purposes. Dr. Chakraborty is currently associated with Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Bengal branch as the President of the organization. I request Ms. Ayantika to felicitate Ms. Dr. Tulsi Chakraborty with the memento and flower bouquet. Limited and Deputy General Manager in Nicholas Piramal Limited. He is currently the President of Careograph Institute of Management Studies. I request Ms. Deepshika to felicitate Mr. Roy Choudhury with the memento and the flower bouquet. I I would take the opportunity to introduce now to our honorable chief guest, Mr. Deepnath Roy Choudhury, ex-officio member, Indian Drug Manufacturers Association and an entrepreneur as head of Strassenberg Pharmaceuticals Limited. I request Ms. Ayantika to honor Mr. Roy Choudhury with the memento and the flower bouquet. I also take this opportunity to introduce you to another senior person from the pharma industry, Mr. P.K. Jain. Mr. P.K. Jain has a rich experience of working as a professional in the pharma production sector. He is currently associated with Albert David as Vice President Works. I request Deepshika to felicitate Mr. P.K. Jain with the memento and the flower bouquet. Now I would request Dr. Tulsi Chakraborty, President, Indian Pharmaceutical Association Bengal Branch, to enlighten our students by sharing his views.
IPA Bengal Branch and Choreograph, I welcome you all. I thank you all, especially the students who have come forward to attend this seminar. That shows that you are a little different than the others who have knowingly not come. I strongly believe that going anywhere to any seminar gives you some positive input. It is up to you to take something out of it, and I wish with the rich experience from Mr. Jain, from Mr. Deepnath Roy Choudhury, then Mr. Roy Choudhury and all other people, those who will be speaking, will be learning something. My first request to all young friends, that make it a habit to come and sit in the front row. Don't be afraid. Why you go at the back? Come and straightway go to the back. You just change that inhibition. That doesn't help you. Be bold. There is no examination or anything. So come forward, be at the front bench from the next time. Okay, agreed?
Yes, sir.
Do that. Why you go at the back? It's not a college. Okay, I'll not take much time. Because other speakers are there, I will only tell the opportunity is immense. Question is where and in which slot. Slot will depend upon your liking. But the world being very tough, you have to work very hard and decide what to do or where you want to go. Take advice from senior people, whether I'll go for teaching, I'll go for regulatory affairs, I'll go for production, I'll go for research. Don't crisscross. Try to make a solid point. Number 2 point is that wherever you go or whatever you are reading, or Calcutta, which are the big companies in India, try to learn some brand names, well-known brands. Try to correlate with the company. Like joined Ashutosh College, first year, chemistry honors. Left that, joined Jadavpur University B.Pharm. He completed B.Pharm, then he went to Belarus. America is very tough and he was not having enough money if he selected to go to America. So ultimately he found out a scholarship in Belgium. It was a Belgian government scholarship. He went to Belgium, did his PhD in pharmaceutics. With that strength again he came back to India, Belarus University. From there again he went to Canada. He joined a teaching institution because he has qualification of teaching, he has qualification of PhD. From there he went to Puerto Rico. They get $200, $300, $400, depending upon his work and the size of the shop. Now only I wanted to tell that if you are interested, then you can go to University B.Pharm. Anyhow, he managed a BSc course in Belarus University. From there he joined Belarus University B.Pharm course. After B.Pharm he went to USA. He first get success. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Chakraborty. I request Mr. Pranav Roy Choudhury, President, Choreograph Institute of Management Studies, to address our students and share his views.
Welcome to all. And convey my regards to the distinguished delegates here. As must I endorse the statement made by previous speaker, Dr. Tulsi Chakraborty. Don't think it is an examination hall. And why you are taking the back benches? The same thing what I done by him. I am also. Relax yourself. As you said again, I said, this is a scope for you to know something for your career building process. You know, either you will be, some of you are undergraduates or would be graduate very soon. So those who are very soon would be graduates. They might have thought by this time that what is in future, what way you will think to build up your future. And for this, you must engage yourself with the superiors. Here is the scope for you. Even you can raise questions who are experts in their respective fields. You can mix up. During the breaks also, during the lunch period also, you can interact with them. So it is a scope, take the full scope, fully utilize it. Utilize it. Now, I say I am from Calligraph, as you know. So I have to think, and I have thought for it that I will have to offer something. What Calligraph can offer you. So you can have further thought with this. Yeah, please. So, first of all, that you have got varieties of scopes after graduation in the pharmacy course. It's a very important graduation. Some of you have thought by this time that you will go for hairstyles, M.Pharm, and there is scope. So far I know, so many colleges have opened the M.Pharm course. And there is no limited seat, I think. You have got scope there to go for higher education and make the PhD for those who are interested. But those who are in need of taking the job after the graduation, it is for them. My offer is from Calligraph, for them only. Okay, first of all, to inform you that for the last 4 years, we are affiliated to Vidyasagar University for doing the MBA. And MBA, as you know, what you will take the course, all the subjects, is a language of business. Wherever you go, mostly you will be doing in the commercial forms, either in production or in marketing. So naturally, nowadays, if you can write your B.Pharm along with MBA, it takes a special notice while screening the application for a job. And MBA, for you particularly, there are so many, for the first 2 semesters, MBA is in a distance learning course what we are offering. What is in the distance learning course? Distance learning course that offers a scope for you further, that while doing the job, along with the job, you can go for MBA. You can increase your qualification. Because you have to make your study at home with all the, say, books or special books, modules, question answer, etc. Calligraph will supply you. So, you spend some time at home. And those who have got the opportunity, they can go for arranged by us the conduct program classes to enrich you further. And second, for the exam. So you can have it. 2 semesters, the 2 years course I have said.
and 4 semesters are there. First 2 semesters are all common subjects. Then specialization comes. We offer the specialization in HR, marketing, etc. and finance of course. But as a special case to us, Vidyasagar University has given us the permission to go for the pharma industry and MBA specialization. 2 subjects are there. One is industry linkage, those will go for production, and another is marketing. It is up to you to ask which one you would like to try. So apart from MBA, we are also giving for the last 7 years. We are also giving the scope of diploma. Diploma course to you. That is also a distance learning course. And you can do this while without spending any extra time. In the final year students, you can go for the 6 months course along with your say closing year of B.Pharm course. In the 6 months course, sometimes we will be calling you for the contact program classes. If you can attend, it is good. Otherwise, we will be supplying the modules. And the diploma course, specifically, we will be offering the interviews. Here one point I would like to mention. You must be free everywhere. Manage yourself, relax level. And you might have thought going outside the states. Last year I can say as a record, 110 candidates came to our fort of taking the DPM. And we are giving, they were selected in interviews given by us, about 87 candidates. Not that they were only selected for West Bengal English. They have gone for outside the West Bengal also. Other states. Hyderabad, Bombay, Pune, Delhi, Haryana, Baddi, Himachal Pradesh, or nearby states. The Sikkim. 9 factories are coming up. 3 or 4, they have started the manufacturing. So don't think you will be posted only in West Bengal, your own state. Make up your mind. To go outside, this is the time for you. Even to go abroad. Recently, I give you the information. Recently, for an international position, in Dubai particularly, our boys sent by us, they are selected. 3 boys have been selected. Offer letter has been sent, and possibly they will do. Okay, I have got limited time also. Speakers are there also. If anything to ask me, you can. Please find relax. Okay. Thank you once again. My good.
Invite today's chief guest, Mr. Deepnath Roy Chaudhary, to come forward and update these aspirant students regarding the overview of the pharma industry.
Good morning. Dignitaries on the dais, guests, and most importantly, dear students. They have made me the chief guest, but I was told that I was only one of the speakers. I would request IPA not to be so formal in future. I would always try to contribute by way of sharing my experience. Whenever they ask me to, I share a very productive and positive relationship with them. So I would love to continue as a speaker. Chief guest would be slightly uncomfortable. I am an entrepreneur from the pharmaceutical and allied industry. I am also a part of IDMA, the Indian Drug Manufacturers Association, which is the premier body of Indian drug manufacturers. It is the voice of the national sector of the Indian pharma industry, which means that our members are all Indian companies. Multinationals cannot be members of IDMA. Now, I have been told to give you a brief overview of the Indian pharma industry. Obviously, the subject of discussion as far as career opportunities are concerned are very closely related with the status of the Indian pharmaceutical industry, because all of you in the near future are going to become a part of that setup in some capacity or the other. So your future, your success, your prosperity is intricately dependent on the future prospects of the industry. Now the scenario is very, very encouraging and very, very optimistic to start with. Let me tell you absolutely in a very straight way that it's a very optimistic and very positive scenario as far as the Indian pharma industry is concerned. The Indian pharmaceutical industry, along with the IT sector, as of today, Indian companies are becoming multinationals, Indian companies are acquiring businesses abroad. But if you look at the last 10 years, Indian industry resurgence in the international scenario was due to the success of IT, followed by pharmaceuticals. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Success in pharma is more critical because IT is only a knowledge-based business. Pharma is a knowledge-based manufacturing setup. But in the last few years, pharma has made even more progress, even if you compare it to IT. So along with other businesses, India internationally is most respected today because of its contribution, status and stature as far as IT and pharma is concerned. I'll give you a few statistics which will help you to kind of get an idea as to where Indian pharma industry stands in the global scenario. India is ranked third, 1, 2, 3, India is ranked third in the world in terms of volume of pharma production. It contributes more than 10% of the total medicines being manufactured in the entire world. As far as value is concerned, it comes down to 12th or 13th and contributes around 1.5 to 2% because our prices are very low. So it's the third largest pharmaceutical manufacturer in the world, contributing 10% of drug manufacturing by volume. India has the largest number of US FDA approved plants. US FDA is a benchmark, a standard. So you have a US FDA approved plant, you have kind of reached the peak, the zenith. So India has the largest number of US FDA approved plants in the entire world outside the US. And the way things are moving, in the very near future, India is going to have more number of US FDA approved plants than the US itself. It's not very far off, that's going to happen in the next couple of years. In 2011, last year, Indian companies received 33%, one-third of all US FDA approvals, means all US FDA approvals granted by US FDA, 33% of those, whether in case of DMF or ANDA, abbreviated new drug application, drug master files, Indian companies received 33% of all USFDA approvals. I am giving you these statistics, very bare statistics, just to give you an idea that we are soon going to become a part, having a great future, but as and when the time comes, you have to move physically, mentally, you have to move maybe beyond state borders, beyond national boundaries. You have to go ahead, but all of you are lucky to be born in India at this point of time, because India really has never offered so much opportunity as it does today. All of you have to agree to that. It really, really offers much opportunity which one couldn't have imagined maybe 10, 15 years back. So I wish all of you a great future and best wishes in your and our efforts to make the Indian pharma industry a great place to work. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roy Chaudhary, for your valuable speech. Now it's our pleasure to call upon Mr. P.K. Jain to discuss regarding various career avenues in pharma manufacturing sector, such as quality control, quality assurance, and others.
Of personnel with high technical and managerial competence, as also skilled workforce. It has an educated and diligent workforce. Another added advantage is English language, which other developing states, China and Japan, they don't have. We are cost effective, synthesis wise, chemical synthesis wise, low developing cost, legal and financial frameworks. Information technology is very well developed in India, and then we are now a global country. Now let me come straight to this, the topic which has been given to me by Dr. Mandal. Now we have all these opportunities, career opportunities for pharma professionals: manufacturing, production management, quality control, quality assurance, research and development, clinical research, contract research organization, you can join them, regulatory affairs, sales and marketing, product management, product informatics, bioinformatics, medical transcription. In manufacturing area, a pharmacy professional works in the production of bulk drugs, APIs, intermediates and formulations. Now, production chemist, as far as drug controls is required, they require a competent technical staff in both production as well as analysis. So, you have an opportunity for production chemist, then you can rise to the position of production officers, executives, planners, managers, vice presidents, and so on. It all depends upon your hard work and the tenacity, like Mr. Roy Chaudhary has told you. Next, please. Manufacturing and production. Again, pharmacy professionals, they work in the production departments of biological and biotechnological products, Ayurvedic, homeopathic, Unani, analytical procedures, and sophisticated equipments like HPLC, UV, GLR. So many equipments are there. Now you cannot go, do away without all these instruments are here. Some very well. All the very best, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jain, for your speaker. I would like to give you a brief idea about our agenda next, what we have. After our next speaker, we would go for lunch break. Post lunch, we will have another 2 speakers who would be highlighting on the career avenues in marketing sector, especially sales management and brand management. And also we will be discussing about techniques of winning the interview board. So students, you are requested to attend the complete program and don't leave the hall in between. And please try to maintain silence when the speakers are speaking. Okay? Okay. I would like to call upon Dr. Subhash Mondol. Request Ayantika to welcome Mr. Mondol with the flower bouquet. I would request Dr.
Thank you. Next one. Marketing. Next one. Marketing. Then. You. Yes.
Marketing.
Marketing. Next one.
Sales and marketing.
Sales and marketing. You. Okay. Good. Okay.
Academic.
Okay.
R&D or academic?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I got first option is marketing. Most of you opted for marketing. Then academics. Then manufacturing. Then quality control. And some of you R&D. Input to the students is not at par with the existing requirement of pharmaceutical industry. Even in our time when we were students, if anybody asks us what is your option, most of the students they opted for production, next quality control, and third option was for R&D. But today I feel that there is a shift of some perception. Most of you may start with people, they may ask for very high salary, and it was my perception that the pharma industry in West Bengal, they are not in a position to meet their need. But I was surprised with the answer given to me by that person, that I need a person, whatever they want, I am ready to offer them.
After the purchasing of the product, quality assurance is the assurance of quality of the raw materials as well as we are getting this GMP nowadays. This is the quality assurance, I guess.
Okay, sense is the sense is same, but you can define it in a different way. Like quality control, actually quality control is. Any question from this side? Those who opted for sales and marketing, any questions? Okay, if there is no more questions, I would thank you for your patient hearing and wishing your bright future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mondol. I think our students have been very much enlightened with whatever they have heard from you, and they will surely try to follow your guidelines also. Now we will be taking off for lunch, but after we finish our lunch, we will come back at 2 o'clock. Within 2 o'clock, please be here assembled once more so that we can start sharp from 2:10. And the next part, as I have already discussed with you, many of the students have told Mr. Mondol that you would be interested for sales and marketing, right? So the next part would be, the next speaker would be taking up the topic of brand management and also about marketing management. And then after listening to everything, you have to qualify your interview to get your job, isn't it? So there we will come to the most interesting part of the whole seminar, that would be how you can apply the different techniques to win the interview board. Right? With this, we break for lunch. Lunch is arranged in the guest house canteen. So along with our honorable speakers, students, please you can join, and if you want to ask any questions, interact, you can do during the lunch session also.
Yeah. Everyone being very
I am not. I am now using my son is Turkish.
Now I would take the opportunity to introduce to you yet another prominent senior person from the pharma industry who has joined us, Mr. Devashish Banerjee of Kalfa Laboratories. Mr. Banerjee has been contributing his rich experience to the pharma industry for many years. Mr. Banerjee started his career as a medical representative in Cipla, where he had grown up to the level of regional manager. Thereafter, he joined Kalfa Laboratories as zonal manager, where he elevated himself to the capacity of deputy general manager. Presently, Mr. Banerjee has come back to his home state and joined Druct International as chief general manager. I request Deepshikha to honor Mr. Banerjee with the memento and the flower bouquet. Now I would request Mr. Banerjee to give you his in-depth idea about the career opportunity of BPharm students in the pharmaceutical sales and marketing sector.
Thank you, ma'am. My previous speakers and the other guests and the fresh faces in front of me. I've spent around more than 30 years now in sales and marketing. And when I started my career, I don't think anybody really became inspired and had a dream since his childhood that I want to become a sales representative. Nowadays, I think I was discussing with Mr. Kamal and he says, yes, we are developing a course where people will start thinking that I will take up sales as my career. I'll try to give you a brief overview that why now sales is becoming a real profession and why the sales people are required. And then probably many of you will find, want to take up that sales marketing as your profession even after having a very good degree with you. The career, I've been asked to tell you about the career avenues in pharma sales and marketing. But before I start, I would like to share with you a saying which a great Napoleon used to say, that if there is a way, I shall take it. If there is not, I shall make it. And I think
That is the crux of the sales marketing profession if you want really to join there. With this, there is a hearty welcome from my side to all the young minds. I welcome them in pharma industry and particularly in sales marketing. Mr. Richard Gerster, an USA analyst. His analysis was done on pharma industries throughout the world, and he says the Indian pharmaceutical industry is a success story providing employment for millions and ensuring that essential drugs at affordable prices are available to the vast population of this subcontinent. Means even the biggest and the top country in the world recognizing us as a real opportunity for future. Next. Customer. Somebody said patient. Who is a customer? Retailer. Someone who buys. Someone who buys or someone who uses? How many, please raise your hand, how many say someone who uses? Not a single? Really funny here. They are really good. Someone who is buying? Wonderful. I will give you a small example. Your elder brother's little child is sick. Your Bhabi asks you, go and purchase this paracetamol syrup and give you money. You went to the chemist shop, purchase that bottle, came back and gave it to her. So you are the customer? Huh?
Yes.
You are the customer? No, I am confused. Who are the people who says yes? Yes. Achha, that little kid is actually will have the medicine. Now, why he is not the customer? He is the user. Why you are the customer? Because money is paid by Bhabi. My dear friend, customer is a person who takes decision, and that is why for us, doctor is a customer, because you are sick, but it is the doctor who says, no paracetamol, it is only Calpol. Clear? So you don't purchase paracetamol, you purchase Calpol. Am I right? So a decision maker is a customer. Now, sales representative, as a sales representative, you learn A to Z of marketing, if you really ask me. Even my ex-director used to visit doctors along with medical rep, because that is the crux of the job. The doctor tells you.
My question is regarding the job of medical representative. Is that during to promote a product, the doctor normally asks, why should I prescribe your product, because the product price is so high. So what will be the permanent answer to give to satisfy a doctor?
Sit down. Good question, but this question is expected when I am in a cycle meeting. See, the job of medical rep. Let me reply your question first. I am giving a typical technical reply which will help you in interview, which will be taken by ma'am in the next session. If you give this reply, I think you will be selected. The job of a medical representative is to understand the product or the brand, understand who should be the customers, go to the market, find out the prescriber of the reference brands, means the competitive brands, and select them in a list to service them periodically in an agreed upon frequency to get prescription from them by delivering the communication prepared by the marketing department and asking for prescription from them. That is precisely the job of medical rep. Yes, you had a question. I'm trying. Yes, please.
Sir, why you incorporate production manager in the hierarchy of marketing?
Production manager? What? I have not included it because...
I mean in your slide, production manager, I think.
Product manager.
Product management team.
Product manager. That is what he said. In some companies they said brand manager, some companies they said product manager. It is more or less the same. So that is one department you have to work. If you want to become a vice president in marketing, you have to run the entire business, you should know everything. Correct? So you should know the job of a medical rep and all the hierarchies. You should know product management. Then only you will be able to become a president or vice president or run a company.
What is the position of that manager? Before, zonal manager or area manager?
Divisional manager I mentioned. See, the names differ from company to company. Okay, yes, some companies say divisional manager, few companies will have zonal manager, somebody will give some other name. The designations, more or less, this is the line which you should follow. If you enter in sales marketing in pharma, you have to enter as a sales representative, and then you have to go step by step. And then after becoming regional manager, you can decide either you can become a product manager, either you can become a training manager, or you can go in international division, you go abroad, or you become sales administration. Then slowly you go up, you become a marketing manager, and then vice president, president, like this. Innovations can be many. Innovations can be many. Product management innovations, if you really ask me for an example, I have to find out a product which is known to everybody. Because if I ask for certain things. Okay, one example I am giving, which is a marketing example you can say. All of you know Periactin? Have you heard the name of Periactin or Ciplactin? A product? Nobody knows? Cyproheptadine. Cyproheptadine. What is this drug? What it does?
Originally at this study.
If there is a way, go with it, no problem. If there is not, make it. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
A little speech. Now I would ask our next speaker on behalf of Choreograph. We have with us Mrs. Pinky Basu Chaudhary. Mrs. Basu Chaudhary has served Cipla starting as a medical representative up to regional coordinator for 5 years. After leaving Cipla, she got associated with Choreograph from 2001. And she is currently heading the Human Resource Department of our organization. I would request Mrs. Basu Chaudhary to come and speak about the interview techniques towards you.
On the morning, you had a wonderful session. The different speakers spoke about the different career opportunities. You can, after reading the B.Pharm, after completing your B.Pharm course, you can take up so many options. I don't know how much it was clear earlier, but now I think after today's seminar, many of you are clear about what to do, isn't it? Yes, because anything coming to your mind, because ultimately you have to crack the interview, then only you will be selected. What is an interview? Yes.
Interview is basically the final stage of selection of any recruitment.
Okay. It is a final stage of selection. Okay. It is not a rejection process, right? Okay. Yes, please.
platform where we have to sell our scheme.
Wonderful. As you have got from the previous session that everybody is into sales, right? Everybody have to sell. Okay. Fine. Yes. Next, please. Is the slide clear or we will close the... It's clear. It's not clear from the back? It's not clear from the back. It's better now? Okay. So first of all, we'd like to highlight that interview is a formal interaction between you and your employer. See, we do interaction with so many people. We are interacting with our friends, we are interacting with everybody when we are, traveling. But there is a difference between the interaction which we are doing every day and the interaction which we'll be doing in the interview room. That is why we will come to the later part that we'll be talking about certain techniques, what we need to follow. So remember one thing, it's a formal interaction between you and your employer. Now the interview consists of lot of stages. It's not, as he have said rightly, that yes, it's a process by which you will be selected. Now selection comes at the end, but first of all there will be shortlisting and then only comes the selection. So it may take one round, usually doesn't happen within a round. So it may consist of 5 rounds, 6 rounds, even around 8 to 10 rounds of interviews are also being conducted, especially in the pharma companies. Next please. Yes, 8 to 10 rounds, because you have group discussion, you have written test, you have certain, forms to be filled up, and one session will be there only when the questions will be asked on whatever you have filled up. Then comes gradually the PI and the different level, as Mr. Banerjee have shown that in our sales and marketing or in any other, from the morning you have seen so many presentations that in different segments we have this hierarchy, right? You will be starting from the trainee, then you will be going to the executive, and then you will be going to the managers and senior managers. So the different rounds of interviews are being taken by the different levels. Okay, look at this point. It is not a question and answer session only. Usually we have a belief in our mind that whenever we are going to the interview, we will be asked questions and we need to answer that. But my dear students, the interview is much more than that, because it is a session where you need to project your personality across the table. Now my next question is, what is personality? Personality bolte amra ki bujhi? Anybody?
Personal ability.
Personal ability. Ability, okay. Yes.
Person in reality.
Okay, person in reality. Any other interpretation? Your views.
Attitude.
Attitude, okay. It's a reflection, okay. I'll come to that word, yes.
How I am different from the other people.
Okay, fine. Now, if I sum up, all of you are right. See, nobody can tell this is the right definition, but to very specific, personality is basically the outward expression of a person. That means how we are talking, how we are interacting, how we are sitting, how we are carrying ourselves. So this is what is personality. At the day end, we get the feedbacks like this, that ma'am, the candidate was very arrogant. Now, in an interview, how the interviewers are getting this? The way you sit, the way you talk, the way you deliver the things. See, you may sit, in any style while you are attending a seminar or you are attending a class, but while in the interview, you should be following certain basic guidelines, because there, I know certain tension is, carrying out there in your mind, but that should not be reflected so much that you are making the basic mistakes. So it is a place where not only you are answering the questions, but how you are answering the question, that also matters. So that is why we want to put that it is not only a question and answer session, but it is a session where you need to project your personality across the table. And as he has said, as Mr. Banerjee have also said in his session, that we need to sell ourselves. See, everybody is selling, right? You are also, as he said, he gave a very good example that we are selling ourselves to our parents also, right? Yes. Now, in the interview, you are selling yourself, isn't it? As the right candidate. And who is the customer? Interviewer. Why is the customer? I think by this time you should be clear because it was a very clear definition. Who is a customer? One who takes the decision. So in the interview, the interviewers will take the decision who will be the candidate for the next round or who will be the selected candidate. So it is a place where you need to sell yourself. So in the interview, you have to project yourself with the right personality. Next. So try to ask some information about the company. খুব সেফ সাইডে থেকে বা এই ধরনের কোনো স্ট্রেট কোশ্চেন জিজ্ঞেস করো। খুব ডেপথে কোশ্চেন প্রবলেম। তোমরা এখন প্রত্যেকে প্রেশার। Anything else? Yes, please.
If the interviewer does not say anything about our package, should we ask about the package?
No. Again, I'm telling you, you are fresher. See, আমরা জবটা করব কি করব না সেটা তো আমাদের হাতে আছে after we are getting the offer letter. ইন্টারভিউতে আমরা এটা কখনোই জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারি না যে স্যার what is the salary. Even in the managerial level, when someone is going for the interview, that comes at the last. So, as a fresher, I'm going to go. Next, please.
What are parameters that you understand that you can put it in?
Come again.
Actually, what are the parameters that you can understand that our interview is a good one or a bad one? How can you understand?
First thing is that try to assess through the NVC of the interview. তুমি বুঝবে কি করে তো? কোন প্রশ্নটা আমি কি করে বুঝবো? As a candidate, while taking the interview, while going through the interview, one thing you can understand through the non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication, আমরা বুঝি তো, what is that? We have two types of communication. One is the verbal and another is the non-verbal. That is the body language, the facial language. So you can make it out from the interviewers also that what is their NVC. Okay? Or in the last interview, even if you are a smoker, please don't smoke.
Trouser split.
Okay.
Boot, I guess, and tie.
Tie, yes, and the knot should be, properly tied. Now for yes, very good. Sit. As we say, the formal shirt. Now I'll add something on it. It should be a light color shirt. It should be a light color shirt because the dark color shirts are also formals, but the light. We will suggest you to go in the
interview. So we say that I am not prepared for this interview or I don't know about this interview.
I am not prepared.
Yes.
But the popular boy, if certain thing is asked and I don't know.
No. I mean, I don't know about this interview that I have to sit for this morning. Just I come to know 10 or 15 minutes before.
Okay.
Oh, sorry for certain this.
Okay. So
we say that I am less prepared for
it is better not to say. Once you are going in the interview room, you are going there to sell yourself. Yes, if you do not know one particular answer, then you tell, sorry sir, at this moment it is not coming to. Yes. What else? So now we can be then ready for the interviews. I have a question. Yes.
Ma'am, how does a dark colored shirt portray that the person has a positive or a negative mindset or does not provide any?
I am not telling you. Energized to make yourself ready for the interview, isn't it? Acha, one more question, chalo. Yes.
Ma'am, if a person doesn't have a tie, then if the tie is rented.
My question is in which year you are? Tumi kon year? Interview the there is a problem. But by this time, I think we can arrange for a tie, right?
And 7.22 in 30 seconds. And they asked me that why this recruitment or what was happening there.
30 page or 7.2?
7.2. I mean,
okay. তোমার declining percentage. See, don't give any excuses in the interview room. Sir, this happened, sir.
I mean, we have 8 semesters here in 4-year BPharm course.
Right.
So there are increment in this type of thing. But just I'm friendly asking.
Yes, I can understand that. See, if you have a continuous, like sometimes it is, suppose first it is down, second it is up, again third it is down. If it is like that, you tell them that sometimes the subject combinations were like that I was not being able to understand, but I did not put that effort also. Again, I tried to pick it up. But yes, sir, I have tried to maintain an average, top positive. Sir, I average to maintain করার চেষ্টা করেছি. সো তোমাকে এটাকে হ্যান্ডেল করতে হবে। তোমার যদি ফার্স্ট সেকেন্ড এরকম ভাবে আপস এন্ড ডাউনস করে, অ্যাটলিস্ট তুমি অ্যাভারেজটা মেনটেন করার চেষ্টা করেছো। বাট স্যার যতটা পড়ার কথা ছিল, ইয়েস আই হ্যাভ নট স্টাডিড, দেয়ার ইজ নো ডিবেট অন দ্যাট, দ্যাট ইউ হ্যাভ টু ডোন্ট গিভ এনি এক্সকিউজেস। স্যার থ্যাংক ইউ।
On a scale of 1 to 10, rate me as an interviewer.
I will.
No, actually, this question asked me in Lupin. That's why.
You have to rate him.
Yeah.
So always তোমাকে কোন রাউন্ডে জিজ্ঞেস করেছিল?
মানে আমার ফার্স্টে সেলস ম্যানেজারের পিআই হয়েছিল, তারপরে রিজিওনাল ম্যানেজার পিআই হয়েছিল ওইটা।
So rate him between 7, 8, 9.
মানে I need to explain actually. That's why.
হ্যাঁ, তো তুমি যে ইন্টারভিউয়ার থেকে তুমি অনেক সময় হয়তো yes brought you into a very comfortable side, so you are rating him 9. এটা না তো এখানে দাঁড়িয়ে বলাটা তোমার পক্ষে মানে তুমি যেহেতু ইন্টারভিউটা পাস করেছো, so you have to talk from your experience only.
পাস করে নিতে চলে গেছে।
Efforts so that I can become successful in this job and produce every expectation of this company. তোমাকে নিজেকে সাকসেসফুল হতে হবে এই জবে। সেখান থেকে তুমি শিখবে। Is it possible? Now students, we have a short feedback session. Feedback forms are being distributed to you. Please fill it up and give it back to us. And don't mention your name at the bottom. Name is not required. Just fill up the feedback form and we give it back to our geography people.
Mr. Ashok Maiti, Secretary, Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Bengal branch, to come up over here. And I would request Deepshika to honor him with the flower bouquet.
Dear friends, we have come to the end of this day's seminar. First of all, I, on behalf of the IPA, Indian Pharmaceutical Association Bengal branch, like to share with the students that IPA Bengal branch offer for the students members concessional registration in seminar and workshops, electronic versions of the pharmatines they can get from the websites, electronic versions of the DIC bulletin, it is also they can get from the websites, IPA Bengal branch website, providing training in different fields, the opportunity to participate in the elocution competition. It is generally happen on the eve of National Pharmacy Week and before just IPC. Financial aid for the training to present papers and also student exchange program, and students are sent to other countries like US, UK and several other countries. And coming to the concluding part, IPA and Choreograph is very much happy to organize this career counseling program for the second, and Mrs. Bakshi Chaudhary is here. It's such excellent, so that everybody, any boy in the age of 50 or 55 were also enlightened. Thank you. And last of all, Mrs. Seal, thanks. And here, me. Thank you.
সব্যসাচী ঘোষ, তুষালী দাস রায়, দীপ্তম চট্টোপাধ্যায়, পায়েল রায়, উৎসব সেন, স্বাগতা পাল, ভুবন ভাস্কর, শঙ্কা চক্রবর্তী, মৌমিতা কুন্ডু,